Holy fuck. Bitch. Y'all seeing this shit? Oh no, oh no, no. Wow. Okay. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Thomas, back at it again with yet another review video. In today's video, we are going to be talking all about the new Morphe foundation. We have the foundation here, we have the primers, we have some concealers, we have all of the new products, we even have the pressed powders. I'm of course going to be demoing and reviewing all of these products, giving you guys a wear test, swatches of all of the foundation shades, and talking a little bit about the drama. Before we get into today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. If you don't know what Skillshare is a community for creators with more than 25,000 classes in design, business, and so many more. Premium memberships give you unlimited access so you can join the classes communities that are just right for you and your New Year's goals. Whether you want to fuel your creativity, some of the stuff that you're doing in your own career, or if you want to even learn some new things in your life, Skillshare is perfect for you. It's been around for forever now, and it's still thriving in 2019. I've been using Skillshare for a while now, whether it's for like learning new tips with editing or photography. Skillshare is one of my favorite. Even before I was sponsored, I've been using Skillshare for a long time just because I personally love the website, how you can have access to a lot of information you wouldn't necessarily have on YouTube or any other platforms. First 500 of my followers who click the link in my description will get the first 2 months of Skillshare for completely free. It's a free trial, and then they get the rest of their subscription for only $10. Again, thank you Skillshare so much for sponsoring today's video. If you are not already subscribed, I'd love to have you. We're pretty chill over here and we enjoy reviews. I bet you thought I was gonna say memes, but new year, new meme. Nope. What am I talking about? While you're down there, don't forget to hit the bell notification button so you are notified when I do post a new video, which is going to be more often in the new year. Leave a huge thumbs up on this video if you like these kind of videos, these kind of dedicated review videos. And comment down below, are you going to be getting the Morphe foundation? Are you going to be testing it? Do you care about the Morphe foundation? What are your thoughts on all the drama and speculations around this foundation? Let me know. Let me know. Sound off in the comment section down below. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. And without further ado, let's get right into this Morphe review. Just for reference, we have in the PR box, by the way, I am not on Morphe's PR anymore. My friend, He Flawless here on YouTube, was so kind enough to let me borrow his PR package, and my code does not work with Morphe anymore. And I don't want to really go into that in this video, but if you know, you know. We have all of these levels. So we have 5 different levels. We have light, medium, medium tan, rich, and then deep. All of these shades range from like literally neutral, cool, olive, and warm. So there's a bunch of different undertones for each type of skin tone. Now there has been a lot of talk about the deeper shade ranges, and I am going to be swatching all of the shades on my arms and talking about them later on in the video. Personally, I don't feel like I have the range or the knowledge on deeper complexion undertones and stuff like that to really talk too much about it. I am just gonna link a bunch of Black creators videos on this foundation shade range and their review on it, because they can obviously talk about the shade ranges, the undertones and stuff like that a lot more than I can, because I personally don't know what everyone looks for in a foundation. There is 60 shades. A lot of people are saying that the darker skin tones, they have weird undertones. It's just green, gray, stuff like that. So I'm going to swatch it, put it to my test. So there is two different primers that come in this new collection. We have the Equalizer and the Revitalizer. I'm assuming the Equalizer is a more mattifying primer because it literally says instantly makes the skin feel smooth and balanced. So I'm assuming smooth and balanced means maybe it's a pore filler. It's probably a pore filler. And then the Revitalizer is a more nourishing, moisturizing primer as well. And they both retail for $12 each. And they come with, these each have 0.67 fluid ounces, so just a little bit under a fluid ounce. I'm gonna go into the Revitalizer today because I do have dry skin. So I do have a dehydrated to dry skin, and this foundation is technically supposed to be a more mattifying foundation. There is the off chance that this foundation could look really bad on my skin, but I am using the nourishing primer, so hopefully that helps with it. And I did make sure to really moisturize today to kind of counteract that, because I do moisturize heavily if I'm going in with matte foundation. This primer feels really nice on the skin. Oh yeah, so the equalizer is definitely a little bit more silicone based. You can see right there. You can see right here it's oh yeah, that's straight. It's definitely a silicone based primer. Okay, so let's move on into this foundation. This is a full coverage matte foundation called the Fluidity Foundation. It is $18. It is supposed to be 24-hour long wear. Who the fuck wear a foundation that long? It is sweat proof, transfer resistant, water resistant, free of oils, fragrance, and parabens, and great for all skin types. We'll see about that one, cheap. I am in the shade F220. This is a neutral undertone. I did check and see if it was my shade off camera. This smells like paint, so I wouldn't say it's fragrance free. It still stinks, but I guess there's no fragrance in it. So that's probably why it stinks. You know, as a committee of chapstick and mascara Twitter and light coverage princess Twitter, that's a thing. Whatever cult Samantha Ravndal leads. Going back to full coverage foundation is really traumatizing for me. Let me just rebalance my chakras real fast and I'll get back to you.
Bitch, I'm geek. When I'm in your city, please direct me to the free. When I'm off that Henny, it be getting hard to ski. When I'm booted up, I transform into a...
I gotta say, it's pretty thick, and it's already settling in my pores. It's definitely not a your skin but better, but it is definitely full coverage. So if you like full coverage, you'll love this. However, for me having dry, dehydrated skin, it's not settling on dry patches as much as I thought it would, and it's not making me look like I'm grasping for oxygen, or like, you know when SpongeBob needed water really bad? My skin doesn't look like SpongeBob when he needed water really bad. This is probably definitely one of those foundations you need to set, which is kind of annoying because when I'm looking for matte foundations, I don't want a foundation that I need to set because it already just is caking up and cracking right in this area. So the Fluidity Concealer is, apparently this is a long-wearing multitasking formula that can conceal, brighten, and contour like nobody's business. It's available in 31 shades. This has 16-hour long wear. Why not 24? Like, match up with the foundation. It's sweat-proof, transfer-resistant, water-resistant, and free of fragrance and parabens. And it's ophthalmologist tested. Okay, let's do this one, the 35. I'm kind of nervous. Oh, that's so bright. Maybe I can find I'm gonna mix. I don't feel like getting up and finding another shade. So I'm gonna mix 35 with 1.35 with 2.35. Quickly before I blend this out, oh my god, I'm so nervous. I'm going to set the under eyes with Filter 1 from Morphe. This is also a new one. This is supposed to be, oh, please be transparent. Please be transparent. Okay. I can already tell right away that this is not a creaseless concealer, but it is really nice coverage. I'm just gonna take my sponge, kind of swirl it in. Ooh, shit, this might end bad. Ooh. Ooh. It has like the tiniest bit of coverage to it, but it really blends into the skin. Like, can you see that? Oh, you know what? Like, once the concealer's set, it really just, the creases kind of go away. Okay, so the finishing powder is $12 and it's available in 15 different shades. So it's supposed to be like a finisher, like a complete the complexion, or it's also like a freshen up throughout the day kind of thing to take with you. I'm gonna take filter number 5 and set the rest of my face with the butt side of my Japanese sponge. I think this powder saved this foundation, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because I did not like how this foundation was looking. when I initially applied it. So my initial thoughts with this foundation is you need to set it. You definitely need to set it, and I think it works beautifully with the finishing powder. The concealer, it does cling to pores, it does cling to fine lines, the foundation does. And as far as coverage goes, I would say it's more of a medium to full, not a full. The concealer, I'm not here or there for. I think it's a nice concealer. It's definitely better than their original concealer. If you're around those Morphe days when they had that other concealer, and you remember trying it for the first time, I think you know that there's a huge jump in quality. With that being said, I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup. We're going to do some swatches of the concealers. We're going to swatch everything, honestly. And then we are going to wear this foundation throughout the day. And I'll let you guys know my final thoughts at the end of the video. But so far, I'm like, okay, so the first thing I swatched were the concealers, and the concealers had like the consistency of like a thick liquid lipstick, and they did stain my arms, and were absolutely a nightmare to get out of my arms for some reason. Even the foundations did that to me, but I did actually quite enjoy the shade range with the concealers. I did feel like there were some one-offs that didn't really need to be in the range. And the next thing I swatched were the foundations, and I had my friends Goth Fruits and Ish help me out with the swatches because holy fuck, 60 shades is a lot. I think there was nice colors in the foundation range. I think, again, there were some one-offs that didn't really need to be in there, and it could have been replaced with better shades. There were some weird undertones in the deeper complexions that were a little confusing to me as to why they were there. Here you can see my horrible staining that happened. It was just not the business. Yeah, so moving on. Okay, so this is an exfoliating glove from Loving Tan, so it's exfoliating. It's like nothing is taking this out of my fucking... Get off of me!
It's okay, at least
okay, it's kind of working.
You're still art. You are art.
Oh my god. What the fuck is this?
It's staining the glove too. Look at that.
I mean, that's because it's makeup. Okay. Okay, so it's been like a lot of hours since my last time I was here. I was watching and all that stuff, and foundation's not holding up too well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like, it's just like the more and more it stays on, it's like settling in like my creases, and it's only been an hour. My pores are like huge, and like on this side of my face, like it's just like wrinkle city. My under eyes have gotten worse, have creased throughout the day, just so you can see what I'm talking about, and you can get like a really good up close. So I'm just gonna give you guys like a, so you can see my under eyes look really bad. And then you can see like where it's gathering up right here. It's kind of bunched up in my nose area. Yeah, you can just see where it's just emphasized my texture. So this is where I have most of my texture on this side of my face. And you can obviously see like how bad it's gotten. Like it's not the best foundation I've tried. It's definitely not anything like, it's really just not good. It's not wearing too well on my skin. Again, I do have very dry skin. Not very dry skin because I do moisturize a lot, and actually it's gotten a lot better now that I use so many moisturizers in my arsenal. But honestly, it's just, in all honesty, I've tried better foundations out there, and I'm just, yeah. So I will check back in with you guys throughout the day. It's 5 p.m. right now, so unfortunately I can't give you like sunlight lighting, but I will check back in about 8 hours, and I will finish up this video then. Hey. Ooh, you can really see it there. I mean, Rin, how do you feel about it?
I don't think you look good in it at all.
Like,
it does not look good on your skin.
Explain.
Like, your eye creases are very extremely visible, and like in person you look very dry. Like you need help. Like you need hydration help.
That foundation is a cry for help.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's a cry for help.
Without the lighting though, I mean, and I'm, you know, a few steps behind, you look fabulous.
If you stand in the dark,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. But yeah, studio lighting, hell no. Face like
Oh
natural
my-
lighting,
Yeah, no,
fuck
yeah,
no.
you see that? Yeah,
Ew, that looks terrifying.
You can just see like how it's like building up in my pores. It don't look good. It look kind of bad. Yeah, so this is 3 hours in, ain't it so far? I don't think it's gonna get any more it from here. We shall see though.
Maybe you have to wait a full 24 hours for it to actually slap.
Yeah, it's like it activates after the 24-hour mark.
Hey,
And-
it looks like shit for 24 hours, now you get to
In 24 hours, foundation activated. Okay, bye. Okay, so this is our, what hour is this?
maybe
5?
5.
5 or 6. This is hour 5 or 6. With the, oh, I keep forgetting it doesn't zoom. So the nose is hella oily, like hella oily. Oh my god, my under eyes are insane. Get into it. Look at that. Wow. You know what this is? Not it. It's not that bad, but for 24-hour wear claim, it's not that great.
Not even, I wouldn't even say like 5 hour max.
Far away, it looks pretty good. On this, like look at it on this. It looks decent, right?
No, yeah, you look good, but like if I look at you in real life, I'm like I can see like your eye wrinkle going like.
Yeah, the eye wrinkle goes all the way down here. That's insane. The foundation is wore off around my lips, and I haven't even ate.
Oh yeah, we just got you food.
I just got not McDonald's, and yeah, look at that nose. And my nose isn't oily. I don't have an oily nose. Okay guys, it is super late and it's been about 8 hours. And I just gotta be real with you guys. There's really nothing. I mean, the most I can recommend and I'm willing to recommend is the pressed powders. I really like, and I highly recommend if you are someone on my complexion or fair, if you're looking for a really nice brightening under eye brightener that's really lightweight and isn't going to add more cakiness to your under eyes, to really try this out, because I really loved this to really brighten up my under eyes, and I think this is going to be like a go-to for me. I do like the Revitalizer primer. I thought it was really hydrating and very beautiful on the skin, and I would love to try this with foundations that are actually good and I actually enjoy. But the foundation honestly was a just roller coaster ride, and a roller coaster ride that's going completely downhill. Not only did the concealers and foundation stain my arms, they're still stained, and I've been washing them all day. But it just wore really bad on the skin. It barely held up around my mouth. Ate once. Cakiness, oiliness. It's just, I'm super oily, and I'm not an oily person. I have dry skin. Emphasize I mean, you guys saw like the check-ins. It was just consistently worse and worse and worse. And I just honestly don't think, I mean, this happens with a lot of foundations, to be honest, but like, I think my issue is that it claims to be 24 hours. You know, I'm just like not really here for the foundation or the concealer. I think the concealer could work for a lot of people. If you don't have a lot of under eye creases, I think the concealer would work really well for you. But if you are someone with textured under eyes like me, I feel like it's really going to emphasize that for you, just like it did for me. And if you are I would stay away from these products if you have texture. If you are 10 years old and you have no texture, these products would be amazing for you. I don't know, but it's just, it's a big miss for me. And I mean, even my highlight held up better than half the shit on my face. So it's just like, yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm kind of bummed out. I'm also really tired. It's really late. It's way past my bedtime. It's 1 a.m. LA time. So, yeah, I hate to end this video on, oh, and as far as the shade range goes, and when I was looking at the shades, the biggest thing for me that stood out is that there was definitely a lot of shades that I felt deemed a little bit unnecessary, and a little bit like that's just like a one-off shade that I would never really see someone being, but that's just my opinion. I don't, there's so many different skin tones out there, but in my opinion, there's always room for better skin tones. But I mean, in my opinion, 60 shades, I think, a lot of the darker shades were definitely questionable, and a lot of the medium, like the rich to deep shade range, like of the deeper complexions, a lot of the shades were definitely questionable in my opinion. You know, there could have been a lot of shades swapped out, or at least focused on more. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it was informative. I hope you like this format of how I did this review. This is going to be my new format for reviews, especially for foundation reviews. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye guys.